And welcome back to Weekend on Wheels, and I'm Girish. Bullet 350, Bullet 500, and today we have the all-new avatar, which is the Bullet 650 here, which is a parallel twin. So let's start from the starting point here. So we get a 19-inch wheel here, which is a spoke wheel as well, which is a steel rim, and then you get a telescopic suspension here. You get a LED headlamp here, and then you also get the halogen lamps here. And this is the new design, and they have maintained the classic feel for a Bullet 650. So this used to be iconic for them. And there's another iconic stuff that they maintain, which is this paint. This is a completely hand painted gold paint which they use, which was a part of the Bullet 350, and across all the versions they've maintained that. Now let's come to the console. So you get a analog console and then the digital console. So a digital console will have the fuel gauge and then also the trip meter and all of it. You also get a turn-by-turn trip meter, which you can connect with your mobile phone and get GPS direction. So now let's talk about the premiumness of the switches that they've involved. So the entire switches which are used here are super premium, and also you get the adjuster for your clutch. You get the adjuster for the clutch, so you can adjust as per your requirement. And also, if you see, you get these cuts here on the both the levers, and that is basically the temper point. Just in case you drop the motorcycle, only this part will break and you can continue using the clutch or the brake, which is a very good fitment. So now let's talk about the tank. You get a 14.8 liter tank and expected mileage around 25 kilometers per liter. Talking about the engine, you have a classic 650 engine, the same as the previous one, and this is powered with a 47 horsepower and also gets a 54 Newton meter torque. And there are a lot of accessories which we'll tell you later at this video. Stay till the end of this video. Now let's look at the badging here. Again, you have a hand painted, complete iconic hand painted gold paint here, and then you get the gold logo, which is the Bullet 650. Similarly, on the tank you have the hand paint here, again iconic to Bullet, and then you have the Bullet 650 badging here. Talking about the seat, you get a 800 mm 6 height. I'll just sit on the motorcycle and show you. So it gets a nice 800 mm seat height and also a ground clearance of 154 mm. So 800 mm seat height and 154 mm seat height. This gets the all new frame, and then you also have the square boxed mudguard, which is again the original Bullet 350 design. You get that. Riding position, it's super comfortable. You have an upright riding position, and also the right triangle is very good. The foot peg is also placed in the right way, so you can literally cruise on this motorcycle all day long. So that is the comfort that you get when you ride on this motorcycle. And this motorcycle, what you're seeing, is a completely accessorized motorcycle vis-a-vis what you get in the stock. That's the stock motorcycle there. So this is a complete accessorized, which I'll tell you later. Now coming back to the rear, so you get halogen bulb on all of these, even including the tail lamp, and you have the twin exhaust. I'll show you how does this exhaust sound now. So that was the exhaust note for you guys. So the overall look, they've maintained it as the very old Bullet 350 and looks similar as that. This is only the blown 650cc parallel twin motorcycle from Royal Enfield, and this is an exclusive video from MotoVerse that we've got. I'll now tell you what are the accessories which have gone into this motorcycle, which are not there in the stock. So let's start from the starting point. So the crash guard is an accessory. The auxiliary light, which comes there, an accessory. You have the sump guard, that's again an accessory. The broad foot pegs that you see, this is an accessory again. The soft pannier bags that you see, these are accessory. Also the pannier clamp that you see is an accessory. Backrest is an accessory. So these are all the accessories which are fit in this fully accessorized Bullet 650. So this is priced between 3.61 lakhs to 3.75 lakhs. That's the pricing. And which is that feature that you love the best in this motorcycle? Comment below and let me know. Let's talk about the brakes. This gets a complete dual channel ABS on the motorcycle, and also on the rear you get a double suspension, which is by Showa. You get a front 19-inch wheel. And they've maintained the classic spokes, and on the rear you get a 18-inch wheel. So this is a first look of this motorcycle. We are going to ride this motorcycle very soon and tell you how this motorcycle rides and feels on the road, and should you consider buying one. But somebody who has the nostalgia of riding a Bullet 350 or a 500 will definitely love this one. And they've tried to maintain all the features or all those nitty-gritties of hand paints and the way it looks, and also these lights on the front. They maintain that to ensure the design line or the design aspect is similar. So this is what the motorcycle is all about. You are tuned into Weekend on Wheels. Stay tuned for more such updates. Until the next video, bye bye.